What's up? What's up? What's up? Otter Gang, shout out to you guys. How we all doing? Hope you're all well. Otter Gang out here with the padded wall behind us. In case you got wrecked on that, swing up. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the chat. Thank you so much for being here. How are we all doing today? In Australia, we got, well, let's talk about the weather, of course. We got a monsoon. Monsoon? Is that too soon? Well, are we going to dump? Are we going to pump? We got rejected again. Now, we don't like getting rejected. No one likes getting rejected. So don't forget to smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're looking at the charts here. We're making gains here. We're in a Solana short still. Boom, boom. Making good bank. We have longed the bottom of this. We are up about 60%. Hope you're all doing well. We'll jump into the charts here. We'll get some ideas flowing. We'll take a look. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you much for joining me on this live stream. Can't thank you enough. So let's take a look at the Bitcoin price. Well, what happened yesterday? Well, if you're part of our Discord, you will know that we were looking to short this top area, which we did come up to. And guess what? I got wicked out. Now, it's very, very important for us to always be honest at this channel and always tell you what exactly happened. And we had a very, very, very tight stop loss with quite a big margin. And we got stopped out, lost about $30. Whatever. Not a big deal. The big deal is that we missed this move. We missed this move because we were impatient. We weren't fully ready for the little pumpy dump action that we got yesterday. So when looking at this, we've learned a lesson in the fact that maybe we shouldn't jump in right when we get up here. We should probably be a bit more patient and look to get in for the wick, for the big move, the big pump. And as we can see that we got completely damped, right? 4.5%. Which brings me to this other thought that I'm now in a long from down here up to here. So, I mean, up or down, we're extracting profits all the time from the charts. So, where are we going to go now? That is the question everybody wants to know. Why are the markets so red? Why are they so red, right? Well, we're going to try and answer that, right? Could it be to do with this Russian guy? Could it be due to this Biden guy? Is he Biden time? Who knows, right? But with the markets, it doesn't lie that we dumped. So let's take a quick look before we jump into the Bitcoin price. Let's take a quick look at the S&P 500 and let's take a look here. Amy J in the chat, LFG. Thank you, Amy J. Superstar of the channel. What up, Felix? Felix in the house. How we going, brother? Hope you're doing well. I was talking to Mrs. Otter the other day about this internet thing. And we're getting the router, or the router. I told her what root means in Australia. She didn't. She just rolled her eyes. You know how it is, Felix. So, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Much love. I was wondering, Phil, did you manage to catch this short? Because I got stopped out. Unfortunately, I was looking for this drop, and it wicked me out, and I missed it. But I am long from the bottom here, so we'll see where that goes. Hope you're doing well. Let's jump over and look at what we were talking about on the S&P 500. We had this level here that we were like, okay, make or break kind of level. And it started off with this gap here, and it had dumped. Got to get a good root. No trades last 2 days. Phil It's important to always take breaks. Shout out to you. I mean, it is hard to stay away from the charts, but I commend you for your due diligence. We've missed you because you're always extracting those profits. You can see the S&P is dumped here. Are we going to go back to this trend line and retest it? That is the question. Also, looking at this, we can see multiple tests and multiple rejections throughout, especially at these areas, right? You can see this area here, rejection. This area here, rejection. This area right here, rejection. And now this area right here, rejection. Can this be the catalyst that brings us down even further than expected? Mrs. Otter is just crawling along the floor, so she isn't visible. I don't know what she was looking for. She's not underneath the desk, I promise you that. Otherwise, we would be ending the live stream right about now. But in order to go back to this, we'll get back to this. And the dollar's looking strong. The dollar's looking strong, which isn't that good for Bitcoin. We've come up into this previous range. You can see here. And guess what? We're trading in it now. We're trading in it. Was CPI bullish or bearish? I've been so busy. The CPI was a hint bearish. A hint bearish. Not much, but a hint bearish. They're not bringing interest down as fast, Felix. So right now, it's just a hint bearish on the overall thing. But obviously, all this war stuff hasn't been good for the economy. People are full of fear, right? And they don't know what's going to happen. Also, China markets opened. We had a pump dump, and now we're coming down. So it was a tad bit, but we do have the FOMC meeting coming up. That is, I believe, at 2 p.m. Eastern time on the Thursday. So we got to be aware for that as well, because we can see Mr. Jerome P. coming in and scaring the markets or possibly pumping the markets, but we'll have to wait and see for that. That's the big news that's coming out this week. If we go over to our economic calendar here, we can easily see that, with the impact that the FOMC minutes is coming in 2 p.m. Wednesday. Sorry about that. Wednesday. This is tomorrow. For me and Phil, we'll go to the plus 11 because, we're special like that, and we're over on the other side of the world, over in Sydney, and that will be at 6 a.m. for us Thursday. So that'll kind of be a telltale of what's going to happen in the markets. But right now, we can see that we've had multiple touches at this 25.2 area. We have this beautiful, beautiful triangle that is formed, and it has been rejected yet once again. Now, we were talking about it the other day, how Bitcoin loves threes. 1, 2, 3. Well, we're at 4, and we're at 3 touches down below. So is this just a continuation of this range from high to low to high to low? And are we going to continue here and then eventually pop, right? The tighter it gets, the bigger the pop, right? So we have to be watching this pennant play out and possibly get rejected from. So where would my rejection be? Well, obviously we've come down. I am in a long right now from down here, looking pretty nice. Obviously targeting the tops below this swing low here. Actually, it's much tighter than that. And we'll see where this brings us. But we're in a clear downtrend. We have clearly moved from this top of the wick all the way up to here and to here. So can we create some sort of pattern where we come up and maybe retest again? That is what I'll be looking for. I'll obviously be holding this long. I've taken profits. I am now in a beautiful trade, which I will not lose because of risk management. So what are we looking for? We're looking for this flag that everybody is talking about to be broken, right? So for us to curl over, Not curl over and, but curl over, come back, retest, and that would be our entry right there, right? That will be our entry. Alarm set for this play, not going to miss the pop. Absolutely. You can see on my chart the dotted lines here. We have alarms set. We are ready and ready to go. So alarms set. We're all waiting for the pop. We're all waiting for the pop. Will the pop come? We'll see. I've heard people say it might come in March. We might have to wait a bit. So right now, these are the two ideas I have about trade setups, is that we're going to continue to bounce along this trend line here. We're going to either break it, come down, test this low here, and then come back up and drop, or we're going to continue to hang around in here, and we'll be able to trade the ranges. Like Power Rangers, right? Now I'm currently in a Solana trade. I gave this setup in the Discord the other day. I am in this trade. I'm up 120% or so, targeting the bottoms of this wicks. I've taken profit twice. This was given. I'm in it. And we'll see where it ends up, right? Quite a nice, juicy trade for an altcoin or Solana. Solana. But we did have this rejection zone up above. We came up, we tested it, got rejected, kind of continued sideways, and then boom, we came back down, filled up this beautiful gap that was on Lux Algo prior to down here below. Filled that up as I was expecting it to do, and it's a nice juicy trade. So I got 20% move on FET. On FET. Beautiful. Beautiful. Felix, see, you still scalping. You a master, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. It moves so fast, doesn't it? Doesn't it? It's so, alts are something else. I DCA'd today. I picked up some Atom. I picked up some Aptos. And I picked up some Matic today on my DCA adventures. Anything in this chart here is something, except for Chili's. I haven't been DCAing into Chili's. This is kind of like something I trade every now and then. But everything in here I am DCAing into in my portfolio as well. So this is kind of my DCA area. No crazy alts yet. We'll see how it goes. But you can see Bitcoin is curling over here. But this does look pretty nice here. Look at this beautiful trend line here, and we're in this range, and we can extend this. And we'll see. Maybe we come up and we touch the top of this and we get rejected like we are currently right now. Do I trade Doge? No, I do not. I don't even think I have the ticker here, but with Doge, oh my. Doge. I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm putting the Doge on watch now. So for me, if I got to add zeros to my trades, like when I'm inputting, Jonathan Schaefer in the chat's holding the short because of the moon cycles. He's holding the short because of the moon cycles. I swear it to be true. I swear it to be true. I set him up yesterday with the moon cycle chart analysis. We were looking at the moons yesterday, Felix, and Jonathan Schaefer may have caught the moon cycle buzz. And he's a moon boy, and he knew that we had a new moon that was going to bring us down. And guess what happened? What happened was that the moon brought us down, all right? Because we got the moons here. We got a new moon. And the moon dumped us, okay? So from now on, we're just going to trade the moons. Make sure to add the moon cycles to your charts, because we were talking about the moons yesterday and having a good laugh. We had a lot of Doge and sold it right before it mooned. Jake and I kicked ourselves in the butt for days. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What's up, Jake and Brooke in the house? Shout out to the homies. The Otter Gang is in full force today. I tell you that much. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. God bless you. Hope you're all doing well. But the moons don't lie. The moon can't lie. Amazing, amazing, amazing. We called the moon dump yesterday, and guess what? The moon dumped us. So what are we doing now? How's the Bitcoin looking? What trade setups are we looking for? I'm currently in a long. We are curling over, so this could come back and knock me out. I'm currently in a long from down here. So maybe price has pushed up. I have taken profits. I don't mind if I get stopped out. That is okay with me. I am in a long from right here, and I'm obviously targeting the top, right? So we'll see. Watch out. Jonas the Wick Whisperer, what's up, gang? Glad I got in today. Shout out to you, Jonas. Thank you so much. Mad props to all the Otter Gang. All the OG people are here today. Thank you so much for joining me and the Otter Gang. And let's look at some trade setups, why don't we? Because we have the point of control above us here. That clearly that we chilled in for a bit, and it took a bit of energy to get below. We kept popping back up into it, and we are now bouncing along this trend line. But what's holding us up down below, right? What's holding us down here? Well, let's take a look. Let's go through a quick summary of what happened. We got this very bullish weekly candle. For me, it's a very bullish candle, but we do have some things that I want to address, and that is definitely some trend lines and rejections that we currently just had. One more move down, then to the moon. Yeah, could happen, right? Could happen. So we had this beautiful, beautiful green / orange candle. Right now, looks like we're getting pushed down, obviously, from this support or this resistance level. I'm watching this weekly closely, because what can happen here is that we can eventually curl over, and this can curl down because we are still in the red technically on the weekly. We gotta be careful here. We have VWAP up since obviously this blast off here, but VWAP will be a leading indicator. If it can cross over to the 0 mark, that can be very dangerous for us. Let's go to the 3-day, which we got a green dot, which brought us up, but we are very overbought on the stochastics, and it has turned red, but it isn't pointing down too sharply. If it does end up coming like this, I will be more concerned. That will be more of a bearish tail, and obviously a continuation would be deadly, right? But obviously the VWAP is still moving upwards, and it has not yet humped over. So I'll be watching these things, because we don't like to be humped over. It's not very nice to be humped over. So this is what we're watching now, is that we're watching this daily red dot, right? This daily red dot has printed on the 18. It's not as strong on the 18, but to me, this is still a very, very strong divergence, right? This is still powerful enough that could possibly bring us down. Now, what I'm looking for this to do is I'm looking for this money flow to come into the red, right? To come down into the red, where we can see VWAP is down, but we're looking for this divergence to bring us quite down. That's the only thing. What's up, Crypto Billy in the chat? Shout out to you, Billy, and the Candle Mafia. We're currently talking about money flow, momentum waves, and getting humped over. Anthony Soprano, what's up, Otter Gang? Dump that corn. we're looking at this bear div. Dave Digital, the only wrench Dave Digital ever wanted. What's up? Yo, yo, yo. Shout out to you guys. Much love. Thank you so much for your support. Are we going to dump? I mean, I got the padded wall behind me. Mama Otter is staying over. We got the blow up mattress behind me. Now, it also acts as if in case I get wrecked. In case I get wrecked, I can run and hit it. If that's all right with you guys. Just in case, you know. Just in case. But Sniper's Nightmare was on the phone today, and he was saying dump it. And Solana seems to like it, but, you know, as we go through these charts, we got to be cautious here because it looks pretty bearish to me. I mean, all these wicks up top, as we go through our beautiful, beautiful time frames here, we can see that it's not looking too good for these bulls, especially with all this war news, right? Felix, Crypto Billy, throwing up otters. You better walk a thin line, Schaefer. Digital was the one who told me to start my 1K challenge. You guys are great. The whole gang's out here today. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate every single one of you every single day. So grateful to you guys, the Candle Mafia. Did you catch Frank's live stream? He threw up a calf for me. I mean, gotta love Frank. I saw his calves today. I better go and tell Mrs. Otter that I've been looking at Frank's calves. I might get in trouble. But, you know, she's out there. We have the modem and the internet is coming here. And she is out on the balcony in the crane position, pointing north towards the Candle Mafia over in the States there from Australia. And we're hoping to get that better internet connection within this week so that we don't cut out and buffer. So Alex is like, oh, Dave's here. No, man, I love you, Dave, man. You make me laugh. You're a great guy. I appreciate every single one of you. Hopefully I fixed the startup music because John has been giving me crap about my startup music and telling me to go over and get some free stream beats. So hopefully we're all good here. And we're doing... Mrs. Otter is not under the desk. We've confirmed that. Or else I would not be live streaming, guys, okay? So, where's Brooke? We need Brooke to lay down the law here. We need a lady in the chat. CB can make beats. Crypto Billy, you hear that? We need some beats. We'll have to commission Billy soon. So as we get in here, so we were looking for this 4-hour red dot to be confirmed, and that's what brought us down here. That's what we were looking at. This should just be a chat. Brooke, I need your help. We'll just go back and talk about Dogecoin if you want. Crypto Billy making the beats. We can throw something together. Maybe I'll just come and beatbox on Frank's channel for him one day. Boom, boom, boom. And we'll get it popping one day. We'll do like a Cavs remix. Thank you, Brooke. Keeping the Otter Gang under control. It always takes a strong lady to hold down the fort here. So as we can see that the 6-hour was curling over, and we're looking at the money flow mostly here because money flow is more of a long leading indicator. I like to look at money coming in, money coming out, right? So if we look at overarching money flow, we can see that money, especially with this giant move, money came in, money came out, right? Boom, we had the pump. So money's coming in, money's coming out. Can we see something similar here where the bulls do fight back, right? The bulls may fight back here in the next coming days, especially with this meeting coming up. Gotta run. This was my 15-minute break. Much love, Phil. I appreciate your dedication. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining us. Mad love. So right now, money flow has been steady all the way since mid-February. So we can see, I heard that behind every bed is Dave Digital. If you want to remain wrenching, we'll have to tone it down. So we can see here that can this bull div play out? We're looking for a bull div to print here. This is what is. Thank you, Dave. This to me can bring us up indefinitely. I will say thank you. So we're watching this bull div to bring us up. Obviously, we're in a long here, so we are biased. We are in a short as well. You are a great mod, Dave. We appreciate you for everything that you do here. So we're looking for a green dot to print on the 2 hour. Let's take a look at what it looks like on the 1 hour. It's not as steep on the 1 hour. We can see that, so that possibly can be invalidated. But there is, if we go down even further, I think I saw something on the 24 minute, or was it the 20 minute, where we can see that we're also printing something like this. That can also be a divergence in price as well. So there's multiple things here, multiple signals. Obviously, we're at the bottom of this trend line, and we're looking for money to work its way back up to this general area here at the point of control. So as we move up, you can see we have our point of control here, and we have our levels here. So watch this trend line, watch this support, watch this resistance. Now I wanted to go over some other coins just in case you haven't got any ideas about what's going to go on with price. So right now we're cautiously watching because of the quick move down. We're cautiously watching this bear div playing out on the longer term time frames, which is the 18, and we're looking for the print of the red dot on the daily. We haven't had it printed yet, so we'll be watching the daily for it to print. That will be printed in about 23 hours. So we got quite a bit of time to wait on that. But on the 18, we have printed red. So we're going to see where that brings us indefinitely. You're doing great, Dave. Brooke can't help. She plays tough, but way back when we were in the service together, all my buddies called her Dirty Sphinx. The Dirty Sphinx. Dirty Sphinx reporting for duty. Is Snipe feeling okay? Didn't he take a fall? Yeah, we're checking in on Snipe. He has made some good trades, but he did take a little bit of a fall. He is preparing for duty. You know, Snipe, he's dedicated, he's hardworking, he wants to get back healthy. So our prayers are always with Snipe every single day, and hopefully he's recovering from any falls that he's had. But we have been keeping an eye on him in the Discord, and he seems to be feeling okay. So always watch out for our fellow comrades in the trenches. You know how it is. It's hard to trade and manage stress and emotions and all those things that life throws at us. I mean, we're not only here for trading, right? We're here for each other. We're here as a community, and we're here to help each other through tough times, right? And I think that's what's important with us, with the Candle Mafia, with the whole group, is that, you know, we're here for each other when when times are tough and the markets are dumping on us. But we're also here to have a good giggle, act like 12-year-olds sometimes, and see what we can get out of these markets. So we won't talk. We're gonna have to do something about. We're gonna have to create a group in the Discord called the Dirty Sphinx, and there's gonna be some requirements for that. There's gonna be some requirements for that. But yeah, We appreciate every single one of you. And let's get back to the charts. I was looking. I DCA'd today. I DCA'd into Matic. Because Matic is just... I've drawn this box on Matic. And we're looking at this. That will not be Will in capital letters. Not be a nickname. It expired the second I settled down and married Jake 10 years ago. Okay. So, thank you. That will not be a nickname. That will be a code word then. That will be the code word. To anybody misbehaving in the chat, we will call them the Dirty Sphinx. We'll have to find Dave Digital, if you don't mind finding some sort of art that we can pop up every time we see a Dirty Sphinx in the chat. We'll have to mute them and throw a Dirty Sphinx on them. Okay. So, I'm loving this stream, guys. You guys are just making me laugh this whole time. We are at the bottom of this range, in my opinion, for Matic. Can we pump higher? This would possibly be a good area to long, so I wanted to take a look at Matic. When we zoom out here, it has to be some Egyptian Sphinx that maybe doesn't have a tail. Maybe it has something else, or maybe the Sphinx head on a dirty otter or something like, I don't know. We'll think about it. There's some ideas. Throw it out to the chat. The Sphinx head in mud or something. I don't know. I'm sure that the AI can come up with a Dirty Sphinx. You just type it in Dirty Sphinx and we'll see. But hopefully, this is PG. No tail, never good. Yeah. So we are in this box. We have it marked out here. We can see that the volume... I'm just trying to get back on track, guys. I appreciate every single one of you. We can see... For all the new people out there, this is about TA. This is about finding levels, where we're looking to trade, how we're liking to trade it, and also how to extract profits. So we can see that Matic has had a huge pump up to the upside, and it has not really stopped, but it has worked its way back into this range here that we can see clearly on our charts. Now, if we go over to the right, now that we have this marked out and we saw this area here, we have this marked out, we can see that we've bounced off key levels of support, and we are now at the value area low of this range, in my opinion. So right now, we are looking for the bounce, right? And if Bitcoin bounces, believe me, Matic will bounce as well. So we have to watch right here. This is a possible trade setup, but I want to be patient here until we get more confirmation on the Bitcoin price. So let's zoom in and take a wee look, right? We have yellow X continuation, which is never really good. That means we can be brought down further, but this all happened obviously yesterday. So this is looking like a bull div, just like before. We can see the bull div here. Can this bring us up? Now what I'm thinking is that we got to wait for this meeting to happen. I think that will give us a very clear indication of market sentiment and hopefully can clear up some ideas about what's going on over in Europe. Because right now there's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of FUD out there. So we got to make sure that we're not just blindly jumping into trades. We want confirmations. We're not just, see, we got, now when we jump in, we got a blood diamond there, right? Up and down, very weird price action. We do have the bull divs here. We are at the bottom of this range. And look at that call. I mean, I was off by what? 0.4 cents. So we've had these marked out. We give these levels constantly just to try and help each other here. So watch for Matic. Let's look for a long together, but also look in case we break this that we can head down, right? And where's our next support? Well, on Matic, our next support is definitely, well, these highs, but we'll have to pull a volume profile right here. Let's pull this whole thing. So you can see we have volume here. And then obviously back into this bigger range. So our next stop could be down here. So our trade setup can be all the way down at 1.3219 if we continue downwards. So let's watch this, and I hope it's all going well. Otterboss, big up to you too. Shout out to you, Ace. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. Thank you for being part of the Otter Gang. Thank you for always being on the live streams and sharing your ideas and your thoughts in the chat. I appreciate you, and I'm glad that you're here. So that's my ideas for Matic. Watch for us to curl over. Maybe we get a reverse cup and handle here. I can see a clearly defined cup. Can we get a handle and then a downwards action? That could be something that plays out too. So we got to watch this here. We're looking for a bounce on Matic to continue upwards, but I did DCA into Matic today. Wait, don't leave. We're keeping it PG as much as possible. Looking over at Ethereum, we got a little bit of the same, but it seems to be holding up really strong. We have this support and resistance marked out, and if you haven't seen it, there's a support and resistance video that came out this morning. Just little quick basic update videos that I'm putting out weekly on mindset and on basic tools that I use constantly in order to find trades. So hopefully any of those that we're talking about will help, but we're very, very keen on the mindset videos in order to help out people with the most important thing, and I think that's the way they think around trading, right? So we're looking for a confirmation here of this red dot, which can bring us down. This is clearly bearish. This divergence is quite large on the daily. So if this red dot confirms, which we'll know in, like I said, 23 hours, that it can possibly bring us down quite a bit more rather than what it has just now. So we're only down, I mean, it's still 5%, but if this is to play out and we were to drop this range, well, then clearly we would come down, probably retest the lows of this range here, which would be, yeah, so somewhere around here. I'd say the point of control would be my target if we are looking for a short. So we want to practice good risk management, obviously. So maybe something like that if we lose these lows, right? If not, we continue upwards and we continue to push. Clearly, we're in this sort of flag similar to Bitcoin, right? You can see the flag here when we zoom in. It's not as defined of an ascending triangle. It's more of a broadening wedge, right? But if we do continue upwards, we can see this one here. That looks pretty supporting. I mean, we fell out and we came back in. And it's very similar like that on Bitcoin. But you can see this. This can bring us up as well. So we're looking at this on Ethereum. I haven't traded Ethereum in quite a bit because it hasn't given me quite as many signals. It's kind of doing an ADA, in my opinion, where it's pretty sideways. Not as dramatic as ADA, but I'd be watching this trend line mostly. I am in a long on BTC. Yes, indeed I am. I longed right at the bottom here. We could be losing it right now. Let's take a look. So I longed literally right at the bottom here. I don't know exactly where it was. I think it was 86, something like that. I've taken profit once. My target is the top of the range. One way I do mark this out, so I will pull a fib. I've taken profit at the 236. I will take profit at the point at the 382, which is the point of control, and then I'll let the rest ride for whatever it does give me. So hopefully we continue upwards. I did wake up this morning. I jumped into this long position because it came down to this key level. Also, if we pull a fib from here all the way up to here, I've been targeting the bottom of this for quite some time, and it looked exhausted. So we have multiple confluences. We have the 786 here as well. And then if we pull volume across, we can see that there is the last value area low, which is right here as well. So for me, I did pull in along. I have taken profits once, and hopefully it continues upwards. If not, my ideas for Bitcoin is definitely that we either hold this trend line and work our way back up, or we pop through it, we test it again. This is where I'll be looking for a short trade if we fail to break through, and send it down. Alex, I sent you the issue I was telling you about in your DM. You can forget all the texts. I had all read the whole. Thanks, Ace. I will definitely read into that. I got your message. It was just a bit long, and I didn't have the time yesterday. I do have my mom visiting, so I have been very busy. I've been told by Dave Digital to check the Discord. I'm worried and also excited. I'm thinking that there is a Sphinx coming out. But let's see where these FOMC minutes bring us. I am scared to check the Discord, Dave. I am going to go here and check the Discord because this is a live stream. I have to show it. I have to show it. Well, we have something here. Oh my God. Comment Dirty Sphinx in the chat of the video because I pulled that up on the live stream. My God. You are wild. Wow. We have now the animated. Not only is it a picture, but it's an animated picture of a dirty sphinx in the Otter Gang chat. So whenever you think of misbehaving in our chat, you're going to be muted. And we are going to throw up a dirty sphinx at you. We do have an otter. We do have the otter. Pollo, pollo, pollo. What's up, Pollo? So we just went over the dirty sphinx. And now we need a dirty sphinx emoji. Maybe it's this one. Maybe it's this one. How are we, Pollo? Good to see you. It's been a while. I know you've taken a break and you've been super busy. So grateful for you to be here. Shout out to you, my friend. Thank you. Long-term supporter of the channel. A real OG. Thank you so much for being here. Bullish on eggs. Always bullish on eggs. Always bullish on eggs, right? That's how we roll. So yes, I am in a long from the bottom of here, Brooke, and we are looking for price to come up to the point of control, at least, and possibly get rejected. Now, I will zoom in here and give you guys some trade setups like I always do on every single live stream because it's important to do what it's important to think for yourself and check your ideas with other people's ideas. So we have a high here and a low here. We have a golden pocket or a 786 at this point of control. So I will be looking for a short position here and jump into a schlong, as we call it, and be looking. I'm looking for uneven cheeks, my friend. Those uneven cheeks are looking really juicy. We have the juicy uneven cheeks down below here. This is why I jumped into the long. We have cheek one. We have cheeky one. And we have cheeky two. And we have the beautiful, beautiful cheeks continuation pattern. But right now, we want to see more cheeks and see this continue upwards and hopefully we can test these point of control. So I am in a long from here, but I am looking for a rejection. Now, what would that look like? That would mean price would come up. We would get a beautiful, beautiful test here. We would come up. Okay, the highlighter is too aggressive for this. So maybe we come up and we print something like this, and we get something like that, and then we come all the way up, and then up, and then down, and then we'll get a beautiful divergence. This is something I'll be looking for. At this level, at the point of control, at 24,623. Now, if we do continue lower, because we can see some exhaustion here in the charts, and a reversal triangle, but this is only on the 12 minutes, so don't take it too seriously, right? But the cheeks are not uneven enough for me, my friend. I agree. We have this very, very small bull div, but they're not that uneven. Pollo, I want to know what your thought is on this bearish divergence on the 18 hour and daily. Jake is in so much trouble right now. Well, Jake, we love you. Brooke, we love you. We will be not throwing up any cats in the chat. We will just be very controlled and full of otter nonsense, right? We'll keep it to otters. So, bullish short term until shown otherwise, but bearish sentiment. Bearish sentiment now because we have this beautiful bear divvy starting to show its teeth, right? 16-hour confirmed, working its way down. Can we get this money flow to cross over into the red? It has been green for so long. We are asking Mr. Money Flow, are you going to go red? But on the daily, we're definitely waiting for this red dot to be confirmed. We can see that there is a clear decline on the RSI. We can see that there is a clear decline coming up here, coming down here, coming down here. So will this bring us down on the daily? We'll have to wait and see. Now I am in a Sol short. I missed the Bitcoin short yesterday by literally $100. I was short right here, and my stop loss was right here, and I missed it while I was watching a show in the Opera House in Sydney. I was in the Opera House yesterday in Sydney watching a cool show. So it was worth it to miss out on this trade because I got to spend time with Mrs. Otter and Mama Otter and enjoy a beautiful show. So it's not always about the trades. It's more about the connections and the people you get to share this life with, right? That's what it's all about. So if you don't mind, subscribe to the channel. Smash those like buttons, my friends. And join us in the Discord because we like to have fun in the Discord. So I appreciate you guys so much. You're in a what short did you say? Sol? I thought we didn't trade Sol. Well, I had given this in the Discord the other day from this point of control down to here. This was the trade setup. And we are in this trade, my friend Dave. We are in it to win it. We've gotten a little bit of a bounce here, right? But we've taken profit once, but we're waiting for it to drop even lower if we don't get another bounce. Because Sol had a massive pump up, and I was like, okay, it's going to get rejected off of this red line here. If we zoom out, let's go to the 2-day. we can see that we have this key box here that was definitely where we traded before FTX died. We came back up. Now we've touched it numerous times, so this is why we were looking for a short here, possibly to bring us down. No XCN. I've never heard of XCN, but we are in the Soul trade. Soul Sisters. Make sure to take down the prices of where price can come to. We always have them up. We have this very tight one, 24,623, where we're looking for a rejection. 24,623. 24,623. We will delete these as well. XCN. I've heard of XCN. Let's take a look for you. I'm actually kind of scared. XCN. Wait. Holy Macintosh. Well, XCN is pretty ugly. Dave, don't tell me you're trading this. You're such a savage. I love it. Anything with zeros in it, I don't trade, man. Too many zeros. When you're typing in your trades, you go 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, long. I mean, I'm probably going to regret not longing it, but look at this. Like, how can you trade it when you got something like that? That is vicious. That is vicious. I don't see a play for me on BTC yet. I'll sit on my hands for now, but that money flow is not looking healthy. If I had to give me OP, my opinion, on the 16-hour time frame, I would say bearish. Thank you so much, Pollo. I appreciate you. I'm just in a spot long on ACH right now. Awesome. Spot longs for days. That 16 hours coming down, and it looks like it's coming down fast. The VWAP's below the zero line, and look at this. That does not look healthy. If money flow comes out and it doesn't bounce off the zero line, this can bring us down quite a bit. So let's be patient. Andy LR03, how are we looking? Buying, selling, all the good stuff. Staring. We're always staring at these charts and trying to extract profits. Right now, our sentiment has changed a bit because we have this bearish divergence on the 16-hour. It can bring us down. We also have some funny things going on over in Europe that we're not quite sure how are going to play out. And we don't like that place where we throw our dog plops in. It's called the poo tin. So we're very cautious about that. We have seen that the S&P has been rejected. There is a gap above us to be filled, which means that it could pop up after this meeting. But we do have a meeting coming up Wednesday and Thursday morning over in Australia. So Wednesday at 2 p.m. and Thursday morning Australian time. So right now we're sitting on our hands. We're scalping the range, which is currently down here. And we're looking to see if we'll pop back up. I'm currently in a long trade looking to enter a short. I have longed from the bottom down here. And we're looking for it to come up and possibly retest this point of control. we have I felt kind of sick when I sold it. It is hard, but it's important. We always talk about paying ourselves here and making sure that no matter what, we're always paying ourselves, and that's the bottom line. With more capital, we can distribute it once again and make some more money. Brooke, we appreciate you so much. The laughs weren't at you. We appreciate you going to tuck the kids in. Thanks for all you do, Alex. Thanks for all the laughs, even if they were at me. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you for holding down our craziness here. We'll see you in the Discord. Brooke showing us up all the time on how to trade. Much love. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. God bless. God bless. So we're looking for price now to work up to the point of control. I'm currently in a long, and we're looking to jump into a short. We missed the short from yesterday because we didn't use proper patience in this trade. We got in early. Our stop loss was properly set, and we were targeting the bottom of this range, but we got stopped out, and then it dumped on us, which was pretty upsetting, but there are always more trades to be had. So right now, we are getting a blood diamond on the 12-minute. Can it bring us down and knock us out of the trade? Quite possibly. This looks pretty bearish to me as we continue to work our way down. We've had a little bit of relief here. We've bounced off the 0.5. We have a reversal pattern, reversal triangle here, blood diamond here. A lot of exhaustion wicks failing to get any higher. So we look at this trend line to hold us up and support us for now, but right now it is not looking good for the Bitcoin. Dixie has pumped into a new range as well, so that is bearish for Bitcoin, but you can see it is, even though the Dixie is coming down right now, Bitcoin is not managing to pump too well, right? Which isn't a good sign for Bitcoin. Which isn't a good sign. The S&P minis, the minis have dumped quite a bit. We had this trend line up here. It came up, it got rejected, and now it hasn't recovered, and it's coming back down to this main trend line to see if we can get a bounce. This is something I will be watching over the next couple days. If we come back to this trend line that has been respected throughout, maybe I'll pull it down a bit. Maybe we get a bounce here. Comes down, bounces, and heads off. But we're going to look for a reaction at this trend line for the S&P 500 as well. Same thing. We have the same trend line. Look for a reaction, see what will happen. But as you can see in history, we've popped up, touched the trend line, dumped, right? Touched the trend line, dumped. And these trend lines have held true. So we'll see what happens here. Maybe the fourth time's the charm and we can actually finally get out of here, right? So let's be patient. Let's keep watching these charts. I will be in the Discord updating you guys daily, hoping to extract profits. Don't forget to take down the levels. Watch out where we're going, and we'll keep you updated. But for me, that's it. I'm going to go out and enjoy my day. I'm driving Mama Otter to the pool. So I have a responsibility to Mama Otter, just like we should all have. We should always be taking care of the family and taking care of the charts. Shout out to the Otter Gang. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I appreciate every single one of you. God bless. Take care and stay legendary, my friends. Peace. Mrs. Otter, do you want to go swimming? Otter shark. I almost started it. Copyright infringement.